More news about Jony Ive's AI venture with Sam Altman. Welcome back to the AI Breakdown Brief, all the AI headline news you need in around 5 minutes. There is a ton going on in the AI hardware space. We've seen a bunch of consumer devices announced, the Humane Pin, the Rabbit R1, and one that has not yet been figured out, but still gets a ton of attention whenever we learn anything more about it, is a potential AI device startup that appears to be a collaboration between former Apple head designer and designer of the iPhone, Jony Ive, and OpenAI's Sam Altman. At the end of last week, the information reported that they're in funding discussions with Thrive Capital, as well as the Emerson Collective, which is the vehicle of Steve Jobs' widow, Laurene Powell Jobs. According to the information sources, Ive is looking to raise up to $1 billion in funding. The information says it isn't clear whether OpenAI would own a piece of the deal, but a scenario seems likely. Now, we had previously heard that SoftBank was in discussions as a potential funder, but no new information has come about from that. Emerson would be an interesting funder because they're not just a traditional venture firm or Silicon Valley fund. They have an extreme focus on social impact. There's an associated philanthropic organization. And so I'll be really curious to see what the angle is there, or whether it's just strictly on the business side of the balance sheet. One other interesting piece of information is that people say that the device will not look like a phone. It's going to be interesting to see how this all shakes out. Next up, Canada announces a $1.8 billion investment in the country's AI sector. Bloomberg writes, the government unveiled a $1.8 billion package of measures related to artificial intelligence on Sunday. The centerpiece is $2 billion Canadian dollars for, quote, computing capabilities and technological infrastructure that can accelerate the work of AI researchers, startups, and other firms. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said, the funds will help harness the full potential of AI so Canadians, and especially young Canadians, can get good-paying jobs while raising our productivity and growing our economy. Now, right now, we're fairly short on details. For example, Benjamin Bergen, the head of the Council of Canadian Innovators, said that his group was trying to get more information on how Canadian companies would be able to access the computing power and infrastructure. He said, if this gives Canadian companies the resources to compete globally, today's announcement is a step in the right direction. I saw another post on LinkedIn from entrepreneur Andy Maro who wrote, feels premature to celebrate this new $2.4 billion government investment in AI without more info. Let me tell you a story. In my last conversational AI company, Automat, we raised $15 million of venture capital and sold in 2021. When Canada's AI Global Innovation Cluster announced a few years ago that they were dispensing $200 million of taxpayer money to fund AI innovation, I was excited and reached out to them and had a meeting right away. We were precisely the kind of company that made sense for a program like this. We had secured financing in early large customers like L'Oreal, and our team were folks who had worked in AI since before it was called AI. But as soon as I heard about the program requirements, my heart dropped. Startups needed to have 1, a large company partner, 2, a research lab partner, 3, a project structure with deliverables and milestones. You know what a bad startup would do? It would partner with slow-moving and risk-averse big companies and base its technology on lab research that is decoupled from customer and user needs, and define milestones ahead of time instead of shipping fast, learning, and iterating. I actually spoke with one of the government officials who administered the program, and they outright told me that these programs existed to de-risk the government giving cash directly to startups because that was deemed too risky after a major direct investment failed publicly. Like I said, we don't really have information yet on how this new program will differ, but I think it's a worthwhile concern. I thought it was interesting that on the same day, CNBC published a piece about Oracle chairman Larry Ellison saying, quote, pretty much every government is going to want a sovereign cloud. He said, we talk about winning business with companies. For the first time, we're beginning to win business for countries. We have a number of countries where we're negotiating sovereign relations with the national government. Given how frequently we're seeing news about some AI initiative in this country or that, I don't think he's that far off. Lastly today, a new study about AI's impact on jobs. A poll of 2,000 executives conducted by Swiss staffing firm Adecco found that 41% of C-suite executives expect to employ fewer people because of AI. If this is a subject that interests you, watch out for Wednesday's episode. We are going to get deep on some of these questions, alongside a bit of a special announcement. For now, though, that is going to do it for today's AI Breakdown Brief. Up next, the main AI Breakdown.